The wife takes her husband's ATM card and angrily asks, "Where did all the money go? Don't you remember our child's tuition fee is due this month?" She suddenly feels dizzy and collapses. Everyone rushes over in panic. A little later, Linda gives her sister-in-law some water and asks, "How are you feeling now? Have you been unwell for a while?" She replies, "I thought it was just a cold. My head was hurting and my nose was blocked, but I never imagined I'd suddenly faint." Linda checks her temperature. Oh my god, it's 38.3 degrees Celsius. You have a fever and you're still saying you're fine? Her husband comes over and says, "I'm sorry. I know I was wrong." But Tina realizes that his apology doesn't change anything. A little earlier, wife angrily says to husband, "What have you done to these clothes? You've completely ruined the ironing." The husband said, "I'm sorry." The wife says, "If you know it was your mistake, then iron them properly and hang them up again." The husband replies, "I already said I'm sorry. Isn't that enough?" After saying this, he walks away. Later that day, the wife asks, "Did you bring my medicine?" The husband said, "Which medicine?" She says, "Don't you remember? I called you earlier and asked you to buy me some cold medicine from the store." The husband said, "Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry." The wife becomes disappointed. Then he simply tells her, "Just go to sleep. You'll feel better after you rest." Now, seeing her condition, Linda gives her the medicine and makes sure she gets proper rest. Jack takes his brother aside and asks, "Do you really think saying sorry every time you make a mistake is enough?" He replies, "Then what else am I supposed to do? I already apologized." Jack says, "That's exactly the problem. Saying sorry alone doesn't fix anything. A real apology means taking responsibility and doing something to make things right." Some time ago, Jack comes over to Linda in a hurry. Seeing his empty hands, Linda asks, "I asked you to buy a gift for Mom's birthday." Jack realizes he forgot and apologizes. Linda becomes upset because everyone is waiting for them. He says, "Don't worry, there's a shopping mall nearby. I'll go buy everything right now." He makes sure Linda sits down and eats while he goes to get the gifts. Linda smiles, touched by his actions. Another day, Linda comes home and finds Jack with his friends, leaving the living room a mess. She angrily asks, "You invited them without telling me? And look at this mess." Jack said, "I'm sorry. It was my mistake. I should have asked you before inviting them over, but don't worry, I'll ask them to leave now and clean up the room myself." Linda nods. A little later, she comes outside and sees that her husband has already cleaned the entire house. Seeing his actions, Linda smiles. Now Jack says, "Brother, saying sorry is easy, but if you truly care about your wife, take responsibility, fix your mistakes, and change your behavior before your repeated mistakes hurt her so deeply that it's too late to make things right." The next day, the husband comes home carrying medicine and some of his wife's favorite food. He walks over to her and says, "Honey, I'm really sorry. I had lent the money to a friend earlier, which is why I couldn't give you the money when you needed it. But I've already asked him to return it today." He continued, "I also brought you breakfast and some things you like. Eat first, then take your medicine. From now on, I won't let my mistakes become your burden again." His wife smiles and says, "I'm feeling much better now. And after seeing you bring me breakfast and medicine yourself, I'll forgive you this time." The husband smiles, realizing that a true apology isn't just something you say, it's something you prove.